o'clock, so I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. This is a regular Commissioners Court meeting, County of Starr, Tuesday, May 26th. We're at the annex due to the fact that the courthouse is being used for elections. Let the record show that we do have quorum. Commissioner Velasquez being absent. I want to welcome and thank all of you for being here. If y'all would please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any public comments?
There's none, Your Honor. Thank you.
First item we have is approval of minutes.
No minutes, Judge.
No minutes or no action needed. Okay, next item is approval of the vendors list.
Yes, Judge. All vendors have been reviewed. I recommend for approval.
Motion to approve. Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is claims, Ms. Williams.
The claims have been reviewed. I recommend for approval.
Motion to approve.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Skipping on to item 8. It's an action item as to approve a proclamation proclaiming June as Elder Abuse Prevention Month by Ms. Norma Rodriguez.
She's here. Yes, Your Honor.
Just identify yourself for the record, please.
My name is Norma Rodriguez. I am the faith-based community engagement specialist for Adult Protective Services and a co-worker.
Hi, my name is Nadia Cantu. I'm an adult protective specialist investigator for work.
I believe you all have the proclamation before you.
Can you have copies, please?
I don't
I'm
know
sorry?
about the-
Can I go do
Here you
it?
go.
Oh. Thank you. Good morning, Judge
Good
Rena
morning.
and Commissioners, and thank you for pronouncing June World Elder Abuse Awareness Month. Whereas older adults and people with disabilities of diverse backgrounds contribute to the well-being of the city by working, caregiving, volunteering, and actively preserving customs, rituals, and traditions. And whereas as we age, we build momentum by accumulating knowledge, experience, insight, and wisdom that can be shared to enrich our community. And whereas abuse of older adults and people with disabilities is a community concern affecting thousands of people across Texas. And whereas abuse affected more than 125,382 older adults and people with disabilities in Texas in 2025. And whereas abuse against older adults and people with disabilities is grossly underreported because of social stigma, embarrassment, and fear. And whereas adult abuse affects men and women of all income and ability levels, all cultural and ethnic backgrounds in all communities. And whereas elder abuse is everyone's business, it's important to strengthen our efforts to prevent, report, and address elder abuse. Now, therefore,
Okay. Okay, again, we thank you for being here this morning and thank you for taking time to be here and for the work that you do for all the elderly in our county.
and I want to follow up, Judge, on what you had recommended last year on how we were educating the community. We have been doing presentations at all daycares throughout Starr County. We have also participated in a lot of events held here in Starr County. The last one was on the mental health awareness event that border region had. So we continue to educate the community about
That's great, that's great. Yeah, because I feel that was one of the setbacks that we had, that a lot of people, especially the elderly, were not aware of your services, so that's good that you all are reaching out. Okay, is there a motion?
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Second.
Moved and second to approve, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Can we take the picture right now?
Sure. You all want to?
Here in front, both of you.
Sure.
You want us to go in front, or we stay in the back?
You can stand there, however you want.
You all want to hold for the picture?
I'm not that close.
So we'll work around you.
Okay, 1, 2.
Okay, take one with my camera.
Oh,
Cynthia.
okay, this is it.
One-
Yes.
one- Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to item 9, it's a presentation from our delinquent attorneys. Line Barber.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Jermaine Starr with Linebarger, here to present our 6-month collection report from October 1st, 2025 to March 31st, 2026. So basically, it's our halftime report. Just to let the court know and the public and the audience that's watching, our main goal, anytime we collect, is to make contact with your taxpayers. A lot of people think that when we call them to get our letters, they're trying to take our home away and kick us out of the house. That's not what I've been directed by this court to do. I've been directed by you guys to make contact, enter the payment plans. That's all we need people to pay their taxes, let them know what's going on with their situation, and offer them various payment plans. So how do we do that? We send out mailings for the first 6 months, sent over 20,000 statements, made over 4,600 phone calls. When that doesn't work, we have no contact, we actually go to their homes and knock on their door, leave our card. At over 151 of those during the past 6 months, that sparked 87 payment agreements, and 64 cases were paid off in full, or accounts paid off in full during the 6-month period. When that doesn't work, we move to litigation, filing lawsuits. So that's the next step. We filed 128 lawsuits during the past 6 months. I took 23 judgments. I'm sorry, disposed of 23 cases. So what that means is that even after we file a lawsuit, you're served by a sheriff's or a private process server, you still take payment plans. We can still do that. 23 cases, over $118,000 were disposed in that way after lawsuit. Hey, I want to make a payment plan, let's pay it. They make their payment plan, I unsuit the case. So 23 cases were done that way. When that doesn't happen, then I take judgment. I took 39 cases, I took the judgment during the past 6 months, over $267,000. So the next step, after that, we call them, they get served, we go to court, I take a judgment, and we still don't have any contact. The next step I could do is actually sell properties. During the past 6 months, we had 1 tax sale. We put up 19 properties for sale, 5 of them sold, 1 we pulled before sale. Even after I put a property up for sale, we go back out to the house, we put a sign on their house if no one's there saying, please contact us. We can still work out payment plans, even after judgment, even after the day of sale. All we want is your money to come in, a payment plan, we don't want to sell people's property. So we pulled 1 property, it was paid in full, pulled another 2 properties, payment agreements have been initiated, and that brought in roughly around $56,000. 7 properties were pulled beforehand. Either they didn't sell, or there was some title issues or legal issues that we're not going to sell a property if we have any kind of legal inconsistencies. I'll pull them, review it, and put them back up for sale another time. The properties that were sold, none of those were homestead properties. or people that are displaced or put on the streets. And that's been directed by the court also not to do that. So what does all that mean, or collections? This year, the first 6 months, we collected $1.962 million compared to last year. At the same time, or the same period, we collected 1.86. So I'm happy to report we're above, roughly around $97,000 over last year. It's always our goal to collect more than we did the year prior. And we're on pace at the 6 months to do that, and on pace at the end of the year to beat last year's collection numbers. For reference, last year's were the highest we've had in the last 5 years. So we've been doing very good for the county, and I'm happy we're doing that and hope to continue doing that over the next 6 months. Do you have any questions over?
I
this
have one
report?
question, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
That 1.9 million collected, does that include the people we collect for, such as the hospital, and it includes everything?
It does, Your Honor. For the county, it includes what's contracted to the Starr County Tax Office. So it's the county, it's the hospital district, all that's encompassed in one. It's not included here as money that's collected, for example, City of Escobares, you have a contract with them, City of La Gruya, they're all included in here.
Correct.
What's not included is.
Yeah, City of Gruya, we do not.
Oh, I'm
collect.
sorry.
It's only
there's
the
Rio
hospital,
Grande.
the college, and the school.
Right, and it's all included within here, you're correct.
Okay.
Not Rio Grande ISD, City of Rio Grande, Roma ISD, they're collected by their own tax offices and reported.
And how does this compare to the budget that we had?
That's a good question, Judge. I don't know what you budget us to collect.
Because this is all
year.
combined, road and bridge in general.
I don't know what you guys budget us to collect for this
I
past
think
year.
you're very close to it.
I know that what we do budget on stuff internally is to beat last year's numbers. That's what we always try to do, so we're on pace for that.
Excellent.
And I wanted to add something else as far as these tax sales. We have our next tax sale for Starr County on July 7th at 10 a.m. So the first Tuesday of July, we'll have a tax sale, and I'm reviewing those files right now, and I expect, last time we put 19 properties up for sale, I'm expecting more this time, roughly around 30. So, and they're gonna be, again, properties are predominantly commercial, vacant, abandoned, or if they are residential, they're non-homestead or rental properties, and that's what I try to target.
Any questions? Thank you, Jim.
Thank you very much. I have the next item I
Yeah,
presented to you.
yeah, the next item is the, I think the resale. Item 10 is to authorize, or resolution authorizing the resale of certain property struck off by the delinquent attorneys.
Yes, Your Honor, good morning, Jim Gonzalez for Linebarger. What I'm asking for here, Your Honor, is the resolution to be approved by the court. These are properties that we're gonna sell in our July 7th tax sale. We're gonna have a regular resale, we call, and a resale sale. These are properties that we did put up for tax sale, and they were not sold. The minimum bid was not secured. So when that happens, they get struck off to the taxing entities. And we put them up for sale again, and I'm asking for approval of that. They get put up at lower than what the taxes are owed. Whenever we put properties up for sale, the opening bid is what's ever lower, the amount of taxes owed or the appraised value of the property. So the value is appraised at $100,000, but they owe $20,000 in taxes. Opening bid is $20,000, it can go up. These properties, we came at the opening starting bid, and no one bid on them, so they get struck off. So what I'm asking for approval here is that we can go below what they owe in taxes or the appraised value to spark someone bidding on them. And if we get bidders, then it keeps going up until the final bidder wins. Our goal on these properties is to get them back on the tax roll so people can fix up the properties, clear them, and start paying taxes. On this resale property, I have listed here 18 properties that I'm gonna put on resale. 14 of these properties are abandoned properties, 3 are vacant lots, and 1's an abandoned commercial property. So none of these are homestead properties or anybody will be displaced. They're all vacant or abandoned.
Now, once they sell at a lower price, you bring that back to the court for our approval to accept that lower bid, or?
No, what this resolution is saying is that whatever we get, you're
You get.
authorizing us to accept any bid you can get for this resale property. And put this property back on the delinquent tax roll, so somebody starts paying taxes at their appraised rate.
And all the entities have to agree to that.
There's a resolution, Judge, where these resale properties, they have agreed, the county gets approval for all of these. For all of
Okay.
these
So once we
properties.
approve, everything's okay.
Right, if there's a private bid, it's below the minimum amount of taxes are owed. On a private bid, I have to go before each entity and get approval. If anyone says no, then it doesn't go through. But on these resales, we're saying we're gonna start a minimum bid, and it's a public auction, so anybody can come in. There's nothing, there's no shenanigans going around where someone's coming in or selling something to somebody below level. Everybody gets an opportunity to come bid, and the highest bidder wins. If it doesn't sell, it goes back on the resale, and I put it up again in another 6 months and see. And at that point, I could possibly go even lower, just try to spark a bid.
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Second. Moved and second to approve, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge. Commissioners, if anybody wants information on what properties are up, they can go to our website, lgbs.com, and we have a listing of all the properties there if anybody's interested in looking to see what we have up for sale. Thank you very much, that's all I have.
Thank you.
Have a good day, guys.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. Item 11, this is a request to change street name from Chillis Road to Chiller Road.
Motion to approve.
Second. Moved and second to approve, discussion. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 12 is an action item to approve fire inspection fees from the fire marshal and planning department.
Motion to approve.
Second. Moved and second to approve, discussion. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 14 is an action item.
13.
I'm sorry?
13.
Oh, 13, I'm sorry. This is to approve the investment report from the treasurer. Mr. Gonzalez called me this morning, he's out of town. But I think everything's in order. It's up to you.
Motion to approve.
Second. Moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 14 is an action item to approve and accept a donation of 2 lands from V&V Development in Starr County, Texas, to public road and utility easement for use of benefit to the general public.
Motion to approve. Second.
Moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 15 is an action item, and is to approve or to authorize Starr County to execute agreement between the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and CBP regarding the following border security infrastructure: right of entry for construction and right of entry for surveying. This is a property that's right below the bridge.
Yes, motion to approve, Your Honor. I have been contacted.
Okay. Have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved in second, discussion.
This is to approve the border wall, Your
No.
Honor.
They're gonna
Is
do
it?
something in the river. Like
Yeah.
CVP or that.
But it is part of the
Border wall.
wall. But right now, they want to go in and survey. This is property that's below the bridge. And they want to go in and survey and see what they can do. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 16, also an action item, is to approve the purchase or acquisition of a backhoe landscaper from Nueces Power, who is through the buy board.
Just a disagreement, but it is in the buy board. Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Second.
Moved and second to approve, discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 17 through 29 are budget amendments.
Yes, Judge, they're in order.
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Second. Moved and second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 30 is a budget correction.
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Yes, it's in order as well.
We've got a motion and a second to approve, discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And it is now 10:22 pursuant to section 551.074. We will go into executive session to discuss order of salaries. We'll be back shortly. Okay. It is now 10:55 and we're back in open session. Only thing we had was the order of salaries in executive session.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion and a second to approve is presented, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn. Second.
Moved in second, all in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen.